watch it later on my
You know,
own.
he's so accommodating.
I know he is. He's very sweet.
I think that's nice.
I'm like looking at the times on Uber and stuff, and it's looking like it's going to take about 40 minutes for me to go 5.8 miles.
Mm-hmm. The first.
Yeah.
Because everybody's like, I want to be there if they close it out with them.
We're a clinch town. We like when they clinch.
People do like to clinch around here, don't they?
It's, always clinching.
The Bill
always
Squire.
be clinching.
Yeah.
ABC, always be clinching.
We'll do the Bill Squire Friday Get Down shortly. That's brought to you by Cleveland Whiskey, and it's always a shame. It's a friggin' national tragedy, frankly. Well, it's a regional tragedy when Mary misses the Get Down.
I mean, she's.
You guys want Fox News updates? Because
Is there another update? Is there there other things happening besides this
fentanyl and Halloween
war?
bags?
No,
and
Kanye believes that liberal media is godless. I don't know if you guys.
Oh,
knew that.
I see. Right.
He's blasting the left.
He sat down with Tucker
trying-
Carlson.
Yeah,
And when I think of a godly person that treats people right and really embodies what Jesus was teaching, it's Kanye West.
I do feel bad for Kanye, though, because
I don't.
Well, I do, because he clearly needs some help. And the only time they haul him out on Fox News is when he says something, he wears a White Lives Matter shirt. They don't give a whatever about Kanye until something like that. Then it's a one-on-one with Tucker.
Yep.
And it's okay. Listen, he consents to it, but he needs help.
Yes.
Listen, he's had every opportunity to get help. He won't allow people to
That's
help
fine.
him.
It doesn't mean he doesn't need it.
He
still
needs
needs
the
it.
help, but he won't take it.
But when you're at that level, I don't trust people. I don't blame him for not getting the therapy he needs.
Oh, stop.
But listen,
there's plenty of wealthy people who are in therapy, trying to better themselves, trying to deal with whatever their particular mental illness
But there have been
is.
instances for people, especially when you're at that caliber. Think of
What caliber? The guy he's relegated to making T-shirts and shoes. He doesn't make good music. He's desperately grasping at some kind of relevance, and he's out of ideas.
beyond relevant.
No one is beyond relevant.
He's
desperately trying to stay relevant, so he'll basically now talk to whoever wants to talk to him.
And his art and his he is a controversy machine. That's what he knows gets him attention. It's not doing good music. It's not creating good products to sell. He knows if he does things like wear White Lives Matter shirt, people are going to talk about him because he saw it the first time he was in the news for controversial things when he said George Bush doesn't care about black people. He saw that bump he got. And then when he went on
George
stage,
Bush doesn't care about black people.
And then when he went on stage and cut off Taylor Swift, he saw that took him to another level. And he knows, okay, I don't got to be good. I just got to be divisive.
On camera.
Yeah. I got to be
just
divisive.
have to be on camera.
It's going to get people fired up. Going into TMZ and saying that slavery was a choice. Like he's out of his mind, but he also is doing it with one goal in mind for people to talk about Kanye West.
But it's also really boring.
Yeah.
It's just boring.
Well, it's gross how people defend him, too, because he also...
You mean like Poundcake?
Yeah, and he gets in these big fights with Kim and Chloe, and he's like, oh, you're trying to take kids from a black parent. And he's like, he's gross, the way he handled the whole Pete Davidson thing. The dude is really... problematic.
Like
and
Kim
people just give him
Kardashian.
a pass.
Kim Kardashian's the one that has a problem with black guys.
Right.
Good luck selling that. Kanye needs help.
But the thing
all this stuff, attention for attention's sake, is really, really boring. And because of how the pop culture machinery is created, he's not going to not get attention.
Right.
So, but my thought is always, man, get back in the studio. Why aren't you? Or do something, or use it, put it outwardly, right? And that's what he says. I'm just trying to get people to get together, and that's all nonsense. It's all about him, whatever. Go out and use your whatever relevance you've got. Use your influence to help other groups of people.
If he wasn't relevant, people wouldn't be so mad.
Not true.
That is.
You don't have to be relevant. You just have to have people see what you're doing, and they'll get mad. That's why we always make fun of people who get mad about things that they didn't even know existed. You think people care that there's a purple M&M? Do you really?
I'm mad now.
Do you really think that people care?
The lines between M&Ms and Skittles were already thin, and you throw in a purple M&M, and now you can't even tell the difference.
M&M. Now it's silly, but M&M needs people to be talking about M&Ms. So M&M goes, we're introducing our first new character in 10 years. She's a purple M&M that's...
I'm glad it's a girl. We need a new hot M&M.
I mean, whatever, right?
Green M&M's boots.
And her eyelashes.
Yeah.
And people go, oh, my God. And, of course, even-handed and level-headed people go, it's candy. Let's move on to something important.
It's not just candy, Alan, because the red M&M and the blue M&M are both boys. So you're going to tell me how anatomically they could make a purple M&M? It's the liberal agenda.
None of them have genitalia.
They
the
all
only...
the yellow one's got nuts.
Come on.
Okay,
All right. Yes. Bill Squire, everybody. That's pretty good. I needed another promo for the weekend.
Thank you. Got it.
Thank you, pal. But people don't care about that. You don't have to be relevant. If there was somebody you had never, and that's why people that we've never heard of before are always saying outrageous things, because that's how you get attention. And the old axiom about there's no such thing as bad press, for a while that was true, then it wasn't true. Now it's kind of true again. It's kind of come full circle. You really can't do anything because people's attention spans are so short. So you can't really do anything that's going to get you exiled to Elba, as it were, for you history buffs. No. Well, maybe him too. Mary would like to be exiled to Idris Elba. Yes. Go ahead, Poundcake.
Well, I'm just saying, there was an instance with, let's take it to like his family, the Kardashians. There's a guy in the family called Scott Disick. He went to therapy, and there was the therapist or someone was paid to report on him, and then everything he said in therapy was then leaked out to the news. Kanye West is way more popular, way more rich than this guy. If someone wanted to have it in for Kanye, all they have to do, he's bipolar. So he already...
I don't believe that anyone other than Scott Disick leaked information about Scott Disick, because nobody cares about that guy, and he knows that.
In that orbit, everyone cares about
what orbit? Calabasas?
No, the Kardashians.
Nobody cares.
Are obsessed.
They don't care. Listen. I like Kanye. He's a hometown boy. I just want him to get back to doing what he does.
I don't think he's crazy.
Making music. I'm not saying he's crazy. I'm saying he's mentally ill and needs help. And the people around him are like, look, we have tried and tried and tried. So this is going to go one of two ways. Something bad's going to happen, or he's just going to keep doing what he's doing, and that seems the more likely route.
But out of all of the...
He's had people who came up with him, John Legend, Kid Cudi, who were like, this guy was my boy, and I'm out.
But
I'm out.
He's not a drug user. He doesn't...
You don't have to do drugs to be on the wrong side of things. First of all, you don't know what he's doing. None of us know what he's doing.
I don't know what he's doing.
Everybody goes, oh, he really went south after his mom died. I could believe that.
He could have.
He could have, but that's not an excuse for being a schmuck to everyone who cares about you. You have children.
I hate to sound for his children, though.
How is he doing that?
He's embarrassing them.
No, I don't think he's embarrassing them. I can fully believe that everyone in that Kardashian orbit, they have a lot of endorsers. They have a lot of people. He said he wants his kids to be... I'm
just talking about him. I'm not talking about the Kardashians.
You brought the kids into it. His kids are part Kardashian. And he's fighting for control over that because that machine that is contained just in Calabasas or L.A. or whatever is... Are
you trying to tell me that Kim is an unfit mother?
I'm not saying she's unfit. I'm saying that
what's the problem?
She wants control.
Yes, because their dad is having a really hard time.
Be careful who you lay down with. He should.
Nobody. You can't see the future. When they got together, he was like, "This is my girl. I want her to be so successful. Can you believe I got the hottest bitch on the planet? Blah blah blah." And now he's like, "I made her everything she is, and she's a hoe." And I'm like, "Oh, dude, Come on, man. So he needs some kind of help. And, of course, people around him who have sinister is too strong of a word, but kind of some nefarious intent, they're happy to scoop him up and throw him on TV. Tucker Carlson licking his chops. He goes, hey, look, I got a black guy. Check it out.
That's the one that said white guys are mad.
Yeah. Come on, man. I don't know. The guy he needs some help. How the hell did we get on Kanye, by the way?
Because I'm giving
Fox
you
News.
Fox News.
I just feel like Kanye would rather exploit himself than have other people do it for him. He wants to exploit himself in his own way. So I don't.
So, but
how is any of what he's doing furthering the purpose of his art?
Because every time he speaks about this, his stock goes up. People still want to buy his brands. People still want to buy his music. He would rather be his own pimp rather than being pimped out by.
But you're not.
But he's going to get
Hollywood.
sued by everyone that he's got collaborations with.
The Gap thing fell apart. They couldn't wait to get out of it with him. He made it sound like he kicked the Gap to the curb. They already had They already had things in place to cut it off with him with all this stuff. You're only going to get a few people to buy $400 thrift store T-shirts.
I haven't listened to Kanye since he made since like the Gold Digger days. I have not really been following Kanye's career. I like some of his music, some of the new stuff. A lot of it I can't follow. It's way too woke for me, or
hadn't done a good record in 10 years.
Oh, okay, so I'll give you that. But again, I'll go back to yesterday. I like people who stand in their convictions, even when they're wrong.
What are his convictions?
Why is that? Why do you want someone that sticks to their convictions
even
when they're wrong?
I love this.
That's disgusting, in my opinion.
I love this, how people dig their heels in. Hey, I might be wrong, but at least I'm not changing my mind. There's no value in that.
He doesn't feel he's wrong.
But he is wrong. And the reason he doesn't feel he's wrong is because, he knows he's wrong.
That he's wrong.
He knows.
He's part of the F Your Feelings crowd. What happened to F Your Feelings? That whole crowd that he's aligning himself with is the F Your Feelings crowd. Now, it's all made up. Anytime facts and feelings get together, they will always pick feelings. But they're the F Your Feelings people. So who cares what he feels? What about what his kids feel?
I feel like he has the mentality of everyone feels a certain way. They are like, Hollywood is all one way of thinking. He wants to be. What do you think
his end game is?
His end game is to be Kanye, be an individual.
No.
He can do that.
What do you think that his end game is?
I don't know what his end game is.
Because nobody knows what being Kanye is anymore.
I don't know, but that's okay. If that's what he wants to do, he is not. He's not. I don't think he's a danger to himself. The whole Pete Davidson thing.
Well, no, he's too much of a narcissist to be a danger to himself.
Okay, but I think he does love his kids, and I think he is a good businessman. With those three qualities, I don't understand what the big deal is. If you don't like him wearing a T-shirt, you don't have to look at it. Tune him out. If you guys, he's only as relevant as you guys make him. So it's not him staying relevant. It was a trick that he played, and it worked.
What was the trick?
If you put on that shirt, everyone was going to talk about him, and it worked.
Right, because that's what he does now. He doesn't.
But stop falling for it then. If you
I
know
don't.
that.
I didn't care. I made one joke about it.
I want him to make music. I don't care what he does. I want him to make music.
Stop attacking people on social media.
Well, I don't even care about that.
I
don't care.
do.
I just want him to make music.
Gross.
It's all gross. But
Who did he attack on social media?
It's Pete Davidson for 6 months.
Yeah, and his wife.
And his wife and Chloe and. He's
like, I got a crush on Kylie's friend.
Yeah,
she's like, oh, great. Now I'm in the orbit. Awesome. Yeah, whatever. I want him to go back to making amazing songs like Poopity Scoop and Scoop Titty Whoop and Whoop-Dee Scoop Tee Poop. Those were 3 separate songs.
I like that song. I love it with him and Lil Pump. But that is not safe for air. Not whatsoever. I listened to that on the way home, though.
Surprised you weren't listening to Jesus is King.
Guys,
I don't know that song.
Mary's got an update.
Just all I'm saying is don't worry because people are putting fentanyl in Nerds candy. So.
Why? I love Nerds.
You mean in the candy Nerds or in Nerds bags of candy?
Man,
give me candy, nerd. I'm putting fentanyl in
it. This appears like all of Halloween is a drug scam.
No. So get a bag like this at Halloween. Do not take it. It's fentanyl. It'll kill you.
Drug dealers, a lot of times, they want to sell their drugs.
Mm-hmm. Well, not if they're coming over here to destroy our country.
And then so the drug dealers have houses that the kids will come and knock on the door on, and then they'll give that to them?
I'm thinking that's how it's going to happen, yeah.
So drug dealers would be giving away...
Not drug dealers, the illegals that are here.
Yeah.
They just crossed because Biden has our border wide open.
Okay, so the illegals that have houses that then the kids are coming to knock on the illegals' houses... doors and they're drug dealers that are giving the children their drugs.
Look at Fox News. All you gotta do is watch an episode of Fox News.
And Fox News will tell you that
it's coming across our borders. It's going into our playground.
And they're going to be giving it away during Halloween.
Yes.
Yes.
Dude, I'm not even kidding. That's literally like what this is.
Of course.
They're literally like, don't let you.
It's a drug. You got to get a hit by turning them on.
Oh my God.
The caller still calls us a lot. We call her the caller because I don't have people. The audience calls her the caller, that girl with a weird voice. And she calls so many times that over the course of listening to these calls, she always leaves messages on the after hours line, and she leaves copious amounts of messages. When I come in the morning and check the inbox, there's a couple dozen every day. So she'll call it 2-3 minute intervals. And a lot of them while we're on the air, so who knows? But all hours of the night. And she's left so many that I've been able to kind of create a small profile of her just by the information she's breadcrumbed. She's blind. I don't think she lives here. And she has a lot of problems. Sometimes I'll just compile a few of her calls.
Thank you for your patience. And after we get done wiping our asses with the Bible, a care team member will be available to answer your call. Alan, you broke my digital recorder. I don't see why everything and everyone has to hate me just because I said I wanted to move to Cleveland. How about this for a slogan for the Cavs? We're on the ball. People suck. Wow, Bill, you should say that more often.
Now, I can't believe how good We're on the Ball is, by the way.
We're on the Ball is pretty good.
We're on the ball. In the midst of all this other, you really do have to sift through the wheat and get the chaff out of there. We're on the ball. I broke her digital recorder, and she thinks...
Wait a minute. Now, is that like the recorder that you play in elementary school, only she has a digital one?
Like the SpongeBob recorder?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's only one step below Bill's kazoo. Maybe
I think
she's
it's actually one step above it.
The recorder is a step above the kazoo.
Yeah, it's got you can play different notes with finger holes.
You got to have those finger holes.
You got finger holes.
I would have thought you would have picked an instrument with more finger holes, given your proclivity toward enjoying.
I like crossing streams.
Yeah. I'm going to take a break. We'll get to the Bill Squire Friday Get Down. Mary's leaving, right?
Bye.
Bye. Later.
Sunday.
Bye. Enjoy Boston. If you want to get a text in for something, 35192, AlanCoxShow.com. You want to watch, and you can listen wherever on the iHeartRadio app.
The Alan Cox Show.
On our free iHeartRadio app and your favorite smart device. Just tell it to play the Alan Cox Show on iHeartRadio.
The can't-miss music event of the year is coming to the CW.
The 2022 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Featuring once-in-a-lifetime performances from the biggest superstars in all of music.
Halsey brings